Holy cow. We are doing amazing work in Fabric, Data Warehouse. We've been doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but we don't want to lose it. What happens if things get blown away or, the sky is falling or Tom. Tom comes along. Ugh, Tom. Tom comes and deletes stuff and drops things and creates chaos. Unimaginable chaos, right? Because Tom is Tom. And really apologies to like the Toms of the world. I knew you wouldn't do this on purpose, right? It's a simple mistake, right? You want to restore. Well, so far, how do we restore? How do we get this into like DevOps or something like that? Well, this video, I'm going to show you how you can put everything that we just did right into source control. And it's just all done through a GUI, and it makes it so easy to put it out there so that you can manage your code in DevOps and know you're not going to lose anything. It's awesome. I know what you're saying. You're saying DevOps is hard. You tried to do it in the past. Like, I get it. Like DevOps came along like right after I moved out of development, and so it was daunting for me to get started. But now it is so much easier to integrate DevOps. Otherwise, I would not be the one who would be showing you this. In fact, I got a live stream that's, well, at the time of recording, it's coming up. You may be watching this video in the past. It's with Kevin Chant. He's got all sorts of stuff on DevOps, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to just get up and running right now. Okay. So in our first videos, we went in, we created our warehouse, we created a data flow to load it, we created a lakehouse to query it, we then created a notebook that queries between them. We went through creating views, store procedures, new schemas, all sorts of that stuff, right? Like, so we got a whole bunch of stuff that's built in here. I want to like actually source control it so I don't lose any of this good work, and I don't want to overcomplicate my lives. Well, so we're going to go and we're going to connect this workspace over to DevOps. Something to note, this has to be a Fabric workspace for this to work, or I think a P1 if you still have one, but Fabric definitely you need to have this. I don't believe this works with PPU, so just heads up. All right. Maybe it does. I don't know. But you should have a Fabric capacity. They're super cheap. You can pause them. Like, they're not that much money. So I'm going to go workspace settings. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Git integration right here. Okay. Now I've got options for how I'm going to connect this out. I've already got a Git provider out there. Azure DevOps is where I'm managing my content. So I'm going to choose Azure DevOps. It's going to ask me what account do I want to do this with, and I'm going to use my my account that I've got here. I'm going to click on connect. It's going to prompt me for some questions, right? Like what organization? Well, I've already got one. Kratos BI. Great. What projects? Well, it's my Fabric AdventureWorks project, right? What Git repository? The Fabric AdventureWorks. Talk to a Git person why we have two, but that's what I have. Now, is this a branch or am I going to new place? This is going to go into a new main, and now it's going to ask, is there a Git folder that we're going to be putting this into? And yes, this is going to be my Kratos warehouse video demo. All right, I'm going to then click on connect and sync. Do you want to create a new folder? It's going to create. Do I want to create and sync? I'm going to say yes. Look at this. Now, it's syncing into my source control. You can kind of see it's like spinning up here, and you can see the source control button is right there. Boom, content was synced. Source control is in place. I've got that stuff in place now. Oh, look at this. All synced up. Oh, my data flow is unsupported. Someday that's going to be supported and it'll be in there. So look how awesome this is. Now, the great thing that we could do is we can actually go in and we can like make changes to these things. So let's actually go to my Kratos BI warehouse. It pops open to my new space. Let's use a SQL template, and I'm going to create a new table. Okay. We're going to call this one new table for Git demo, because that's all it is, right? I don't really need any data there. I'm going to hit run on this, right? Okay, it created that. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to change the name of my query to what it is I used to create it, rename it. I'm going to then move it to my shared query so it's down there like I did before. Now, I'm going to go back to my Kratos BI warehouse. I think I have to hit refresh on the table here. Right? Aha, now look at that puppy. Source control. Look, there's an uncommitted. So we've got an uncommitted change right here. So my warehouse, that item I just had is uncommitted. And in my source control, I've got a little flag right here that about wanting to commit it. So now I've got it. I can check it and I can go ahead and, oh, I got to flip over to their side. So I've got my source control. I selected the what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to click on commit on it. Commit. You can see those changes. Those changes are committing your changes. It's starting to sync in. Boom. Changes committed. Synced. Available. Shut the front door. We've done it. Are you blown away like I am? We did all that stuff. We connected to DevOps. We checked it into code, and now my data's out there and it's all checked in. So if Tom comes along and he screws something up, like we could just reset it and it's no big deal. This is awesome. I am so excited about how we bring pro dev capabilities. All this stuff is like has always been a pro dev function. Now this is something you can do with just a couple of clicks. It straight up, it blew me away. All right. Yeah, it's just awesome. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bakertilly.com/digital.